Now, what does reading involve? I want you all to read these. Read these. Please try to read. Yes, participants, if a volunteer would like to unmute, that person can unmute and read. Can you read these texts? These are different kinds of texts. Please unmute and read.
E is equal to MC square.
Okay.
VD, VC.
Fine, stop. Please. Okay, please stop. Now, when you say you did not read E is equal to MC2, that means at some point of time, somebody taught you that it is not E minus minus, it is equal, and MC it is square. So probably you have heard about Einstein's formula. Okay, so without that, you cannot read this aloud. And similarly, did you notice that Vini, VD, VC is in italics? It's not the same font which I have used. And that should tell you that this is not English language. Okay, so a person who tries to read aloud, in fact, this is actually what, can anyone tell me what it is actually? Anyone? Hello? Anyone? What is it? Vini, Vidi, VC? Hello? Well, these are the words of Julius Caesar. I came, I saw, I conquered. So if you know that, you know, the way you utter it is also going to be different. You know, this is not the English pronunciation. This is another language. Only if you know, you'll be able to do that. Now, can anyone read the next one? Anyone, please unmute and read.
Live cast 8 a.m.
Yes, thank you. Now you see, you did not read schedule because you know that's American pronunciation. You're aware of it. You're leading to an audience which prefers British pronunciation. So you should schedule. And you do not see live telecast because you know. So this previous understanding, previous knowledge will help you read aloud properly. Now the next one, anyone, please volunteer.
I'm sure it will happen.
You see, you did not read I am sure it will happen, a form which you use in spoken language. So you will simply say, I'm sure it will happen. No, only if you're familiar with this, if someone tells you actually this is how it is to be pronounced, you will read it out with confusion. Why that apostrophe M and so on. So reading involves consciously learning the rules, consciously learning how it's pronounced. That is also goes into it. The next one, will one of you volunteer and tell me what it means?
There is no love lost between them.
Can you tell me what is the meaning of it?
They are not friends.
Wonderful. But you know, etymologically, if you try to look at it, it actually meant that they are both friends. But now it means they are not friends. So when you say that there's no love lost between them, you cannot smile and say that. You should have a serious countenance when you're trying to say that. Fine. Will anyone read out the next one? Tell me what actually, what is special about that sentence? Anyone?
All the letters of the alphabet, sir.
Exactly. You see, this is not a sentence to be read aloud. This is a sentence to be typed, you know. Any computer engineer will type this sentence quickly on the keyboard to check whether all the keys are working, because this typical sentence has all the alphabets in the English language. It is not meant to be read aloud. Okay. Now, someone who is courageous enough, quickly read without pausing the next tune. Please do. Uma, please do.
Shiny works in a shoe shine shop. Where she shines, she sits, and where she sits, she shines.
Oh, wonderful. Teachers should be like that. They should be able to articulate properly. We'll sometimes fumble after the word SHE, SITS and make all of us laugh. Okay. Now you see, there is pronunciation, there is spelling, there is form to be remembered. All these goes into reading aloud. This is reading. It's a cognitive process. You see words, symbols, letters, you're decoding it. You're deriving meaning. And then you are uttering. Schedule you see, and then you see live telecast. You look at live and then go back and say, in a telecast, you know, it is not live, it has to be live. So all these are happening in a fraction of a second. It is thinking and then articulating aloud. So this is actually a cognitive process, and for which you need some kind of a practice. Let me tell you what is happening now is our students, they are given to watching television. They don't read. They get a lot of information. They make fun of such people like calling couch potatoes. Okay, so reading is something you have to consciously learn and practice and improve. And reading aloud also requires practice. Okay, let us look at modeling. You see, again, this is from another film. The title of the film is My Fair Lady. This is based on the drama by George Bernard Shaw called Pygmalion. He's a professor of phonetics. And you know, this professor would like to make this girl improve.
All right, Eliza, say it again.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain.
Didn't I say that?
No, Eliza, you didn't say that. You didn't even say that.
This girl is not able to pronounce the words properly. Rain in Spain, but she says fine, rhyme. That's the Cockney accent. Okay.
Say that. You didn't even say that. Every night before you get into bed, where you used to say your prayers, I want you to say, the rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain 50 times.
See, this is how the professor would like to correct her pronunciation. She says, you got to repeat it 50 times. Then you'll be able to pronounce correctly. Fine. So as you can see, he is applying the behaviorist principles of imitation and repetition. The correct pronunciation is given. Okay, this is, in fact, this is the kind of thing you do in a language laboratory.